ankle locks are allowed. There you go. Body triangle is back on the right side. I think Caden looking to hunt an arm bar, actually.
Jason's doing a good job just defending.
One of them needs the sub because
Yes.
it's been much too close.
It has been very back and forth.
Yeah,
However,
very
the ending right now, it does look like Caden's in a more advantageous position.
Yes, there's
and he's
arm
got the
bar.
arm.
There's the arm. See if he rolls through.
He's got to squeeze, really tap.
10 seconds.
Really tap. Oh, he's got him back.
Oh, wow.
That
Great
was
defense from Jason.
Good composure.
His arm is he's still in danger. Now it's free. Just in time. Man.
I think this is one of those flip a coin and we'll see who wins.
I think Caden, because of that arm bar at the end, that was almost full extension where the ref would be stepping in.
I think I would agree with that. It definitely looked like the biggest threat of all the submissions that were attempted.
Very fun match to watch.
The ref might not agree with that, but he was working.
Your winner of the match, Caden
All right, Caden. Congratulations, Caden Pareto.
We are down to 3 team fights, 3 team matches left.
Please welcome Jeremiah Sandoval to the blue corner.
Jeremiah Sandoval out of Lenny Jiu-Jitsu, so that's San Antonio. All right, trying to get the crowd worked up. I like it. I like the walkout for Jeremiah. Jose's out of Unity. Unity's busy. San Antonio versus San Antonio again.
Feels like it's been every other fight's been a unity matchup.
Unity. They're running deep today.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is scheduled for 1 round with a 4-minute time limit in the T's division at 100 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Ladies Jiu-Jitsu, this is Jeremiah Sandoval. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Unity Training Center, here is Jose Villarreal.
Jose must have a pretty good barber. Look at that
Yeah,
intricate detail.
I was looking at that too.
It's kind of subtle until you get a little closer.
I'm gonna steal all these kids' designs for my fights. All right, very aggressive hand fighting to start off. Both are looking to wrestle, it looks like.
Yeah. Both trying to move forward. First attempt at the leg.
Good snatch by Jose.
Jeremiah trying to shoot for the hips.
I hear his coach saying no close guard to Jose.
Does have control just above the knees. Kind of stuck in that awkward in between.
Yeah, Jose's coach was trying to.
It was a very good job.
Yeah, that works.
This is not a good position.
That's
might see a submission here.
He's got to change his angle a little bit to finish that triangle, but he might just crank on the triangle enough to get the arm. Yeah. This is very taxing, though, as you can see. You can see Jose's face is kind of grimacing.
It's not comfortable for either one of them.
Yeah. His coach is telling him to change his angle. Jeremiah doing a good job defending the arm and the triangle.
does not want to let that elbow.
Jose looks like he's trying to attack the arm now. All right, Jose rolled to the top position. Same subs, but worse position for Jeremiah. This is where we just saw an arm bar a few fights ago. There we go. All right.
Jose celebrating his...
Celebrating.
What was that, 2 minutes? Less than 2 minutes?
Congratulations, Jose. Bringing home a medal to Unity. Coach looking proud, as he should.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match with the triangle armbar, Jose Villarreal.
All right, Jose celebrating. Good job to both young men, though.
Looks like we got a replay here.
I like it.
Very good hip extension. Ref's not going to let that one go too much longer.
No.
Please welcome Logan Lopez to the blue corner.
All right, Logan Lopez out of Mushin, BJJ.
Several Mushin fighters.
Yeah, I've seen them. I missed what his flag said. I thought it said Air Force.
I wonder if he's listening to the same thing that we're listening to. Plot twist. I have 2 walkout songs. Wonder what the verse on the back of that shirt is. Psalm something. I'm not sure what that one is. I too like to use Psalms for my...
So you're looking for, I'm looking for haircuts, and you're looking for Bible verses.
There we go.
So
I know I gotta go look that one up.
Tristan Gonzalez out of Fight Factory. Looking pretty confident.
Kind of sounds like ambulance sirens for a second there. A little foreshadowing maybe. Just trying to get the crowd going.
This is Fight Factory out of San Antonio?
I don't think so. I don't, it doesn't sound familiar.
This was the one we were talking to Dre about.
I'm about to look it up.
Her fighter, or her athlete.
Division at 125 pounds. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Mushin BJJ, this is Logan Lopez.
Logan's got quite a crowd here for him.
Introducing his opponent across the stage, fighting out of the red corner.
It's in Austin.
Representing Fight Factory, this is Tristan Gonzalez.
It's confusing.
Can't
Short
be-
say Los Angeles, but Fight Factory, I believe, is based out of Austin.
He had a few fans, so
Oh.
it can't be far. Oh, we're trying to Imanari roll, I think. Just to start off. All right, Tristan's going for the leg right away. Some of these teams are very limited with just straight ankle locks because they're at a level where they do train toe holds, they train knee bars, they train heel hooks. They can only do straight ankle locks here. And that's a safety thing. Do not want kids blowing out their ACL at age 13.
I think the one, well, aside from injury, the other pro to that is you get them very good at the basics. Because I think sometimes it's nice to have these flashy submissions, but you can never be too good at the fundamentals.
I completely agree. Straight ankle is a fundamental leg lock. All the other leg lock submissions come from the same position. Looks like they're both trying. I think Logan has it a little deeper.
He's got the heel nice.
Yeah, Tristan is completely trying to defend at this point. He's not attacking Logan's leg anymore. Yeah, Tristan's got to push that leg down and sit through. It's the right idea. Logan needs to extend. Well, now we both have a straight ankle. So Logan needs to push Tristan away for this extension. Logan's kind of balled up right now, but he's forced to because he will. Oh, he tapped.
I guess it worked. I mean, he did have a very good, he's right behind that Achilles.
I didn't know if he could fully extend because of the location of the ref. He's right on the edge. Mark's over here adding to our commentary.
He suggested they should just kick him in the face. I'm not sure those are within the rule sets.
All right, congratulations, Logan Lopez.
I would like to see Logan with less rule sets. I bet he's a flashy grappler.
Good sportsmanship from Logan, shaking other coaches' hands. All right, this is our last team match, it looks like.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Jose Aguilar, Jr.
All right, Jose Aguilar. He's a very active competitor as well. I don't want to call teenagers 15-year-olds veterans, but at this point, a lot of them are based on how much they compete.
This goes to show how quickly the sport is evolving.
Absolutely, yes.
Even high schools, wrestling is becoming a thing that is in even smaller schools now. So you're going to see more and more younger ninjas, little assassins.
Little ninjas.
Although both of these are probably bigger than you.
Vincent Torres out of 10th Planet. So we got 2 San Antonio fighters again.
So he's even got the Spurs colors. That's fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
The contest is scheduled for 1 round with a 4-minute time limit in the team's division at 135 pounds. Introducing your first competitor.
So that's the weight you fight at.
In the blue corner, representing Jiu-Jitsu Syndicate.
That is my weight class.
This is Jose Aguilar Jr. And introducing his opponent across the stage, fighting out of the red corner, representing 10th Planet, here is Vincent Torres.
I wonder if these two train with each other at all. Jose's got on some 10th Planet shorts with his Jiu-Jitsu Syndicate top, so.
Again, I know a lot of these San Antonio kids cross-train, so the chance of them training that they've trained with each other, competed before, is highly likely.
Some level changes.
Again, there is 15 and 17. That's a 2-year age gap. It's interesting because 2 years at this age is kind of significant.
Absolutely.
I like to see if it plays. Oh, was that a jumping guillotine attempt?
I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah. He had a little bit of hang time, too.
He did. It kind of pogoed.
Yeah.
Jose on his back.
Got the full close guard, though.
Vincent doing a good job kind of staying postured up.
Yeah, keeping his elbows in tight.
Yeah.
So his arms are not getting isolated. Still hand fighting, though.
Very square with the hips.
This
not
goes to
letting
show the importance
Jose.
of hand fighting. It's standing in close guard, different guards. See, Jose's got all his fingers taped up. I don't know if that's...
Usually when I see that, that makes me think that they train a lot in the gi. For some reason, everyone's like, the gi is safer. Yeah, well, look at your fingers. Is it really?
Why do you have arthritis at 15?
Let me see you type 100 words right now. That is his knee is right in the tailbone. Probably not a very comfortable position for Jose.
No, but an excellent. So no slam. But he got out.
Did a good job controlling the ankle to give him a nice scramble.
Ref's trying to reset him in the middle.
It's like herding cattle.
This ref is getting a workout during these fights. For a trip again. Oh, there's an
he's got the arm. He's happened.
Yeah.
Vincent with a pretty flashy finish
really
there.
Pretty flying arm bar.
And that great way to finish out the teams.
Honestly, yes. That's the type of stuff you see from the 10th Planet people, though. That's all they train.
Vincent Torres.
Congratulations to Vincent Torres.
Here in the
Flying
replay.
armbar. Woo.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
And I think sometimes when you've got long legs, that can be very, very difficult to finish because you've got to make sure that leg gets all the way over.
It looked like, should he have missed that armbar, though, he would have had a flying triangle entry. He had a plan B.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Kawa.
All right, so we're rolling right into the blue belts, it looks like. Kawa, Rickson. We don't know where Kawa is.
It's like, what is it? Build up for some dramatic
Yeah.
effect here?
He's waiting for his moment. Maybe we had a
Maybe they thought there was going to
They
be a little
thought
bit
there
of a
was an
submission.
intermission.
Yeah, a little bit of a break in between. 28.
We got everybody
of
looking for
62.
Kawa. Found him.
Better late than never.
Welcome, Kawa. All right, so gi match to start off the adults.
Please welcome to the red corner, Alonzo Martinez.
Can't find Alonzo either.
I think Alonzo couldn't be the only one. He had to make sure that he gave just as much weight.
Yeah.
Said, I'm worth the weight. And that or he's just trying to let the chorus hit of his walkout song. I get that. Sometimes I'll be standing back there and I have to wait a little bit because I want to walk out at the right part of the song.
Yeah. You gotta wait for like the bass to drop or something.
Yeah.
The following contest is scheduled for one round with a 5-minute time limit in the blue belt division at 145 pounds. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. Representing Hipaldo Jr. BJJ, here is Kawa Hickson. Introducing his opponent across the stage, fighting out of the red corner. Representing Ohana Academy, this is Alonzo Martinez.
The thing jiu-jitsu has done for me is make me second guess any name that starts with an R.
Yep.
Do I really say R or is it an H?
I think you just kind of like mumble it a little
Yeah.
bit. Or if you say it very like underneath your breath really
I
quickly.
just skip the letter. Let's just say Ixon.
What is that, like Pig Latin? So the difference here, we now have 5 minutes as opposed to 4. So all of these blue belt matches are going to be 5 minutes long.
Now we got,
Oh, and he right into the arm. That was a very quick submission.
So he just kind of took a little flying armbar off of Vincent Torres' no-gi version. I didn't even have time to go over the rest of the rules.
That's the one thing about the gi, though, is it gives you a little bit something extra to grab, so it makes those riskier movements.
Yeah, trying flying stuff in the gi is way safer. That wasn't even quite flying, but it was very dynamic.
In 19 seconds with
19
an armbar,
seconds.
Kawa Hickson.
All right. Congratulations to Kawa Hickson. So we are in the adults blue belt division. So now I think we're looking more at things like wrist locks are allowed. You know, you can pull on the head for the triangles.
Still no heel hooks.
Correct. No heel hooks.
To the blue corner.
Standing guillotines. Yeah.
Yeah.
No reaping still.
no
In the
reaping.
gi, no
No
reaping.
slams for the gi.
I believe no gi though. Everything goes except heel hooks.
Yes. Everything but heel hooks.
This is Joe Balderas.
Could also see you wearing that color blue too.
I like that blue. Absolutely. That might be my next shade of blue for my fight kit.
Andrew Vasquez.
Andrew Vasquez out of Henzo Gracie, San Antonio. Oh, he coming up over by us. All right, welcome.
Said I'll make my own way. Cosmic Cannabis.
Both of them look very young.
Definitely looks a little young for those shorts.
Says he's 19.
Fighting out of the blue corner, representing Castaño BJJ, here is Joe Balderas. Introducing his opponent across the stage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Henzo Gracie, this is Andrew Vasquez.
All right, first no-gi adult match. Already down, playing some kind of leg entanglement. Joe in the blue, Andrew in the black.
He's got an inverted, now he's going.
Joe going for a toe hold. Andrew has the leg, but not a sub. All right, they both kind of bailed. Now it looks like Andrew's going for a straight ankle. So Joe's still attacking Andrew's leg, so it can't be
too much of a threat for him
yeah,
just yet.
now it looks like he's just defending. He wants to put weight on that foot. Very similar position that we saw in the teens.
That's the thing about anything leg related is you're good until all of a sudden you're not. Sometimes it's one of those you get a little too comfortable, and that's...
Those can hit very quick, especially when the knee gets involved. Can't quite see the angle. Looks like Andrew is still actively trying to attack something. I think Joe is on defense almost 100% at this point. Kind of a weird 50-50 variation. Andrew looking for the Achilles lock, I guess I'd call that, straight ankle. Joe looking for a toe hold, back to defense.
Joe's mainly just fighting. Still more defensive. Andrew's been more on the offense.
Joe really needs to either put weight on his foot or mitigate the. That's the stuff that wrecks your knee. If you spin,
twisting.
Yeah, you spin
especially
the wrong
if they've
way.
Or their momentum's going the opposite direction.
Correct. However, sometimes that is also the only way to get out. Looks like
he's got that foot down, so it's still it's in a safer position, at least right now.
Okay.
He's going to move it back to the center. Wonder if he's going to drag him. And, yep.
Come on, guys. Let's... Uniform adjustment. All right, so far, well, halfway through, Andrew looks to have been more offensive, whereas Joe is more defensive.
And sometimes the difficult about these type of matches is unless you can get really kind of where the ref's at, it's sometimes hard to see what's going on.
Andrew's looking for that extension.
Andrew's really trying to extend on that. Regardless of whether he's going to have his ankles will be a little sore tomorrow. Those Achilles, especially once you finally get out of that position, you put some weight on it, you realize how uncomfortable that was.
Mm-hmm. You feel like a little knot in where your calf meets your Achilles sometimes, depending on, or maybe your ankle's just not feeling it.
And that's the thing sometimes, too, whenever you're in an environment like this and you've got an audience, you're
don't
less likely to
feel
want to
it.
tap on things that...
Maybe you should.
Looks like we might get a little bit of action over here.
Yeah, good. He's having a hard time seeing anyways.
And back on the feet.
We're cleared.
Andrew is absolutely comfortable being down on the ground.
Yep, he wants to play with these legs. Now it looks like Joe is actively attacking while Andrew is on defense.
A little bit of role reversal.
Doesn't really have anything though. All right, back at it, Andrew. I had to write down whose rash guard was blue and black, so I got their names right. It's very back and forth.
Joe's in the blue.
Yes, it's a nice blue.
Very bright blue.
One minute remaining in this match. 1 minute remaining.
At this point, it's pretty, I mean.
I think Andrew has attacked more.
He has. But
and
Joe's
longer.
starting to be a little bit more on the offense, so especially the second half of this match.
Yeah, we've only got a minute left. They might need to bail on the legs and try something else.
Oh.
Yeah, Andrew's very comfortable.
Andrew is not wanting to stand up.
Yeah.
He has a game plan. It looks like he's ready to stick to it.
30 seconds.
The thing though is leg finishers can hit quick.
They can.
It's not a choke where you can, potentially hold for 20 seconds and not tap. Like when the legs are involved or when joints are involved, you need to tap sometimes.
He's kind of loosely got the back. It's interesting. He's very low.
Yeah, he hasn't committed
should try
to anything.
A little bit of a scramble.
Back up, back down.
He definitely feels more confident from the bottom.
Long hook. That is probably Andrew out of Henzo Gracie. I'd say he had more attacks and longer duration of attempted attacks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 5-minute time limit has expired, so we go to referee Jason Solis for your decision. Your winner of the match, Andrew Vasquez.
All right, congratulations, Andrew. Won by decision, didn't get a sub, but still pretty dominant performance overall. He had enough submission attempts in there.
Both were very active.
He doesn't look happy with his performance, but honestly, no fighter is when they win by decision. Everybody wants that finish.
Raymond from Takedown City.
I like the personality. He doesn't know where he's going.
He's like, I need a little bit of direction here.
All right, we got Professor Gabe in his corner. I think Takedown City's pretty new. And they're Takedown City, they're very wrestle heavy.
Okay.
Nicholas Garcia.
Where's that base out of?
Out of San Antonio. And I want to say new within 6 months.
Oh,
We got another Unity. All right.
Fun little walkout song.
Yeah.
You can tell this one's going to be a fun one already.
This does look fun. Their personalities contrast.
Yep.
5-minute time limit in the blue belt division at 155 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Takedown City, this is Raymond the Four.
Said, I'm going to throw an elbow up in there. You might see another bloody nose.
Fighting out of the red corner, representing Unity Training Center, this is Nicholas Garcia.
Definitely a big fan base for Nicholas
Yeah,
Garcia.
Nicholas has quite the crowd.
Eric Allen, please come to stage side. Eric Allen.
All right, we're looking for Eric.
Great head control. Oh.
All right, so I
Going
wasn't
for it early.
expecting anything
not.
flying from the Takedown City based on the name, but
It's sometimes when those don't hit, though, it does put you in a very
yeah, and it looks
vulnerable
like
position.
Nicholas capitalized on that definitely. Now
Good
he's
composure.
got very nasty shoulder pressure.
You can
into
tell that
Raymond's
that's
face
uncomfortable.
Right now. Yeah.
And that's as they get bigger, those shoulders get a little bigger, there's less space. Not enough to maybe make you want to tap, but definitely an uncomfortable position.
Raymond's
More likely to
trying
give up
frame,
something else.
But Nicholas is trying to isolate that arm, probably looking for an Americana type deal from here at this point.
Raymond's really holding on to Nicholas's leg.
This is one of those times where it might be more beneficial to establish a more dominant position.
Before trying to isolate the arm.
Before, yeah, we start subbing. I know it is sub only, but so now we're going to Kimura. Hard to finish with his knee stuck in. If he can just get his knee
angle,
free.
yeah.
I don't even think he needs his whole leg free, but if Nicholas can get his left knee free, because Raymond's kind of got a weird lockdown thing going on.
Does look like he's keeping, just above the knee too. It wouldn't take much to get that knee through.
No. But big movements can compromise this entire position. And I think both of them are fully aware of that. They're both very close to their corners too. So
Nicholas has got to be careful with the where his hip is kind of starting to rotate under it.
Yeah, Raymond's
Raymond
fishing for something with his right hand. Right, it's Raymond smart to stay on his back because really to finish that,
you'd have to get the ankle.
Now a little more dangerous, a little more risky, but he might need to take a risk to get out of that position. Nicholas is still
Raymond's
committed.
Holding on to that leg. Does not want to give that leg up.
No.
Nicholas has advanced his other knee though to get a little closer to the shoulder.
They didn't do anything long enough to be all sweaty either, so very sticky. There we go. So Nicholas gave up the submission, but he gained a better position. So smart move. He still has 2.5 minutes left.
It's also very taxing being on the bottom, especially when you're actively trying to
use both legs to hold. Those are your biggest muscle groups. They're using the most energy. Raymond kind of on his shoulder.
Just really got to get that left leg free. And
Nicholas needs to flatten him out.
Yep.
Now his chin is exposed.
Does look like he's doing a good job though, protecting the chin.
Trying to turtle back up.
Yep. Needs to really turn into him.
For a second, Nicholas looked to take the back, but Raymond turned into him. He was savvy, caught onto that. So this is where you can't force arms. There we go.
He's got to keep him stacked, cannot let him straighten that arm up. And a scramble.
Good scramble.
Just kind of rush that takedown.
Ref trying to put him back. Right, we're back on our feet. We still have over a minute left. Plenty of time for a submission. Right now, Nicholas does have the decision, though.
Tell about the postures, a little bit of fatigue maybe setting in.
Do we know what Nicholas's tattoo says on his leg? I'm trying to figure it out.
It's like a number, maybe?
Yeah, so it was like 80-80. That was a great blast.
That was a solid, yeah. Baited him in. Shot just below the hips.
All right.
Trying to work his leg over. Really trying to isolate that arm.
Rotating.
He needs to get that left leg over. Great job turning in at the right time.
Raymond coming out with almost an arm bar there.
Knee on belly.
Knee on something.
It was like on his inner thigh, kind of on the belly, the hip area.
The knee slice.
He was trying. He was working it.
10 seconds.
Raymond has done a very good job not being a passive.
You got this. Let's go.
Time.
All right, so decision. Probably go to Nicholas.
Go to Nicholas. Yeah, little bit more threat to the submission there.
Yeah. Raymond looks like his knee might be bothering him.
I wonder.
If he trains also that explosively, I would not be surprised if there's a knee injury there. Imagine that explosiveness trying to get out of a knee bar.
So we go to referee Jason Solis for your decision. Your winner of the match, Nicholas Garcia!
All right. Nicholas Garcia out of Unity Jiu-Jitsu, Unity Training Center. Oh, it looks like he's getting promoted.
Oh, we love to see it. Promotions are always fun, but getting promoted right after a victory in front of an audience.
Professor Ray Rodriguez,
Well
head
earned.
coach and owner of Unity Training Center, promoting his athlete. Congratulations. All right.
It's got to be a great feeling.
That's great. He didn't get the sub, he didn't get a medal, but even better, he's leaving with a new belt.
Leaving with a new color. He's going to have to switch out his rash guard.
Yep. I like that blue. It's a cool blue.
Please welcome Eric Allen to the blue corner.
Eric Allen out of Dominion MMA. What's with these blues? I love them.
Well, this is the blue belt section.
Oh.
I wonder if we're going to see all the purple whenever
That
we get to
makes
purple.
sense. This is blue in the blue belt.
The blonde moment
Got
over
two
here.
great.
That's my job. I'm supposed to have the blonde moments. Quit stealing my thunder.
All right, Dustin Lawless out of House of Jiu-Jitsu.
I wonder if when you're lawless, if you still follow the rules, or if there's no laws for Mr. Lawless over here.
I mean, that's a cool rash guard too.
One round with a 5-minute time limit in the blue belt division at 195 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Dominion MMA, this is Eric Allen. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing House of Jiu-Jitsu, this is Dustin Logan.
All right, this is definitely the biggest weight class we've seen.
I would
Almost
say
200.
the ref will probably not be dragging them across the mat.
Absolutely
We will
not.
have to
They'll gotta
reset
get out
that
and move.
big 400-pound deadlift there.
Dustin Lawless has Professor Jacob in his corner. He's on the card later too. These professors are busy today.
Trying to rotate it. It looks like he's almost trying to hip toss a little bit.
His coach is telling him to watch a headlock. Smart. Eric got the takedown. Looking to pass. Trying to isolate an arm already early.
Trying to get the hook.
Dustin
got his
needs
arm
to grab
trapped.
his leg. Yeah, Dustin needs to try to grab the other leg.
Oh, will he get a
wow.
quick submission? He's got his chin tucked, though. He doesn't
Yeah.
have it.
Needs to turn towards him. Good
Now we're back
scramble, good defense.
playing with the mouth guard.
Eric's got his mouth guard out of his mouth.
I would say
Doesn't do anything when it's there.
it's an interesting usage of the mouth guard. Protecting the lips, too, a little bit,
Sometimes
right?
I see MMA fighters do that, and I just,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's risky.
It's distracting for sure.
For real. In or out, weird or not.
Dustin really keeps trying to do some trips.
Yeah, I can't
Less of a takedown, more of a
tell
trip.
if he's looking for some foot sweeps.
Ref just trying to keep him
Eric
on the
has
platform.
been more aggressive so far. It's the right idea, just didn't have the momentum.
It was almost like there was too much space when he went to
Correct,
pull it.
that needed a push-pull to have Eric come with him.
Yep. Almost pushing back into him
Yes,
to give you more.
correct. That's a sacrifice throw too. You need to commit to those or they're not gonna work. It's like, does Dustin even have a half guard? Very hard to see at this angle. Eric's trying to isolate an arm, go for a Kimura. We've seen a lot of Kimura attempts today.
Yep. Dustin's really just trying to keep it hidden in his hip a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to rotate over.
Now he's turned to his side, that exposes
And
it.
he's gonna. It looks like he's gonna get it. Yeah.
All right, right.
Very explosive. Eric Allen, the
Eric
finish.
has Dominion MMA with the arm bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match with an armbar, Eric Allen!
Congratulations to Eric Allen. Getting the sub.
All right, that's going to take us to a brief intermission. We'll be back with the main card at 4:30 sharp. Broadcast live on UFC Fight.
Do you want to? All right, we are going to take a brief intermission. Looks like the main card is going to start at 4:30. Looks like we'll be kicking it off with some blue belts, Spencer, Jeffrey, and Peyton.
It's like a no